Where do I begin? Where do I start? A long time ago, you guys told me, why don't I just buy it? And I said, because I love to build it. And I still mean that. But there comes a point in time in your life where you become completely frustrated with what you're building and what you're trying to achieve. And then at the same time, running into problems with being able to accomplish everything in life all at once. And I'm at that point right now. I'm trying to take care of stuff around the house, trying to take care of my family, trying to take care of stuff inside the house, along with trying to follow my dreams and what I want to do with a build. My Mazda, first off, is not going anywhere. It's going to stay there. So everybody that's here for the Mazda, it eventually will happen again. I'll get to it as soon as I can. I think I'm going to go about tearing the entire motor apart and having everything machined the way it's supposed to. Instead of doing basically a hack job on the motor, I'm going to actually tear it apart and take it to a machine shop, get them to rehone the cylinder walls and all that. So besides that, anyway, so we've got a buddy. A lot of you know him, Richard Rush. His father owns a car lot. It's got a lot of good deals going on there, and I bought my F-250 from them, and I've bought something else from them. A lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about. So with that being said, I saw something that needed help. It needs somebody who knows what they're doing. And although there's a lot of qualified guys out there in this area, I wanted to be the one to get it. So I worked a deal out with Richard Rush and his father, and I was able to bring this home. So with that being said, I want to let you guys know a little bit of the history with this truck. From what I understand, this truck was built in Texas by a man that I believe built it for his wife. And he wasn't even really part of the scene. He's not even on Facebook anymore. So there's no way for me to get a hold of him to find out why did he build this truck? Why, did it get to where it is now? After that, a guy in the mini truck scene named Josh bought this truck, and he put his twist on it, painting it and doing some other work to it and whatnot. After Josh, then Thomas had this truck next. He had it for quite a while. He may have done a couple of things to it. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't ask too many questions. So after that, now me. And I have it. Now, remember, considering how many times it's exchanged hands, this is not going to be a perfect truck. The truck was built in 2005. That's a long time ago. So the truck was already 5 years old. Then it got cut and chopped and dropped. It's bagged, all that. Everything was done to it. That was in 2005. So this truck is literally 13 years bagged. That is an achievement as far as I'm concerned for how abusive we can be to these trucks. Hey, baby. So for all the people that like to hate on stuff, like to talk crap about stuff, I want you guys to understand this truck has been through a lot. So the stuff that may be wrong with it is stuff that's eventually going to happen. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be rehabbing, but for right now, the engine runs solid. It goes down the road. It can pick itself up. I got to change the air ride system. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But, all right. This is the next step. I'm going to show you guys the truck now. We're going to do a full walk around. So, little Miss Thang over here just asked me a question. She's like, so is this going to be my truck?
I can't drive a stick. I can drive an automatic. This one needs to be mine. And it's blue. That's my color.
No.
Yes.
I'm thinking not yet. I'm thinking let me use it and wear it out.
No, I don't want no worn out piece of shit.
You got me?
Well, you're different. I wore you out.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah, let's go. Let's go look at the truck. This is a 2000 Ford Ranger extended cab with the V6. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to be honest, this truck takes really good pictures, but the paint is tired. It's been through a lot. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up sanding it the rest of the way down. Part of the reason it's tired, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. You see those swirls? Well, when Thomas had it, he asked somebody if they could get a bunch of bird poop off of the truck. And by the time he got back and saw what was going on with the truck, the person that was doing it had a Brillo pad and was washing the bird poop off of the truck. So the entire hood is completely dull, and that has a lot to do with that Brillo pad scenario. So that's gonna have to happen. The front bumper, of course, it's pretty much plastic, so you're gonna get some peeling. So now the whole front bumper is gonna have to be cleaned up and repainted. The whole truck, like I said, is gonna be repainted. We're gonna go with a darker blue color. The tribals are coming off. Those will probably come off before anything else gets done. So that's a look at the outside of the truck all the way around. Now let's work on some interior stuff. All right, open for business. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys stuff, what's going on in here. I don't really want to talk a whole lot. I'm not trying to bash the truck. Like I said, there's a lot. I'm a big stickler for cleaning up wiring, so a lot of this will get cleaned up, and some of it will get rerouted and moved around so that it works better, looks better, cleaned up. We're gonna stick with all the blue, so that's fine. What else can I say? It needs a little bit of cleanup. It needs that air conditioning covered a little bit better. New battery connections, and needs a new battery mount, because this one is rough. Haven't really gotten into all the suspension work. I'm imagining, with being as old as it is, I'm going to need to change all the bushings. Let's get in back here. When they moved the tank, they cut a hole in the side of the bed over there, and there's another hole in the bed over here, so those ones I'll end up patching up and figuring out something else to do with the tank, either that or buy an aftermarket tank to put in here. The flames will end up getting pulled. This is for a nitrogen tank. It was set up for a nitrogen tank. I need to get that back to where the tank went back to. Right now I've got an air line from the shop hooked up to it. It's not going to lift up real fast because it needs over 120 psi to lift the front end quickly. A lot of the wiring underneath, I'm sure that I'll need to look at it and redo it. The interior is really nice, but like I said, it's tired. It's been around the block 2 or 3 different times. Billet window cranks. The windows are shaved. I mean, the doors are shaved. So it's got clickers or poppers to pop them open. It's got a couple stains in the seats, but you know, like I said, this has been around the block. The AC and heat controls are moved down to this center console that they put in. Me personally, I think I may end up trying to move these back up to where they originally were. They put a radio in it. Let's see, let's get around to the other side. The other side, same story. It's just really well used. Back here, and they took the seats out. So the seats, I believe Josh said he has the seats. There's a small amp. I believe that may or may not be a working third brake light. I'll need to check that out. You need a new cover for that, or a cover. There's a lot of stuff that I'll be working on, but like I said, it is running and it is working. I can drive it around and have a good time. What are you doing, sneaky?
I'm gonna go do a front flip on the camper.
All right, you go do that. What else? Oh, it needs a new windshield. That cracked. But I don't know very many trucks that don't end up with cracked windshields. I guess I can air it up. Kathleen wants to show you guys a flip. Now you gotta land on your feet.
I
They got the air switches controls right here for the valves. Yeah, it's gonna come up real slow. Gotta air the air pressure on the tank up to be able to get the front end further off the ground. There we are. There she is lifted. I don't have a whole lot else to say about this. There's quite a bit of stuff that needs to be worked on. That's really all I can say. All right, let's give her a start up. That's the other thing. I believe I'm gonna do a quieter muffler, but that's just me. Maybe. I'll tell you what, as far as buying a truck to rehab, I couldn't really ask for a whole lot more. I mean, to me, it's at a point where it's at a clean slate. I mean, it might be a little rough, but at the same time, that means that everything needs to be reworked and it gets cleaned up and made fresh again. 13 years this thing's been around. If any of you know the guy that had this truck, show it to him. But I'll be working a little bit here and a little bit there on this truck. And again, if you're still here and you're still watching this, know this Mazda is not going anywhere. The Camaro, we're waiting on the title and it will be sold. $1,000. Rolling chassis. We believe that the oil pump's messed up. But this is not going nowhere. The F-250 is going to stick around and we'll get it paid off. The Neon's over there, that is probably going to end up getting sold because this, once I get it on insurance, will become my daily driver. There'll be a couple little things that I'm going to fix up on it, and that's going to end up being my daily driver. That's another reason I want this truck. So then that way I can make it to and from the yard, let this one sit at the yard. I can work on Mazda, and this one I can work on it when I can bring it home. So there it is. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and yeah, go build a mini truck or go buy one and rehab it, and just don't let them die, man. Don't let them die. Don't let any of these mini trucks die. If you know how to work on them and you have the space for another one, buy it. Buy it. Make sure that it doesn't go away. None of these trucks deserve to die. And these guys that pick them up and just take the parts off of them that they need and then scrap the rest, why? You know, a lot of these have come so far. It's just a damn shame to watch them go away. If they go away, then what? Then do we go away? Oh, I love mini trucking. I don't ever want to let go of it. I don't care how old I get. Older I get, I may end up start buying more, but for now I can still work on them. One more time, what's up?
Okay, can I show you something?
Come on.
What?
Go.
You ready?
I'm showing them. All right, front flip.
I can't land it though.
Come on. Almost. You do backflips?
No, this is all I can do. I'm too scared to do it. I'm gonna end up breaking my neck.
All right, we gotta go. Y'all be good. Give us some thumbs up.
Subscribe if you can.
Subscribe if you can. Yes, please subscribe if you can. And we'll see you on the next video.